can't believe it.
I'm kind of upset about it. I think it should get colder.
We're getting repetitive at this point because every single week is still warm.
Yeah, I don't want cold. I don't want like a warm Christmas. Like, we got to speed this up.
So hopefully it cools down a little bit, gives us a fall. Good morning and welcome to Rise and Shine. I'm Sammy Hoffman.
And I'm Sunny Civicmar. It has been quite a busy week and a busy month as we head into the holidays.
Can you believe there's 1 month left until our break?
I can't. My to-do list can. It just grows.
Definitely counting it down a little bit. I need more and more coffee lately, but luckily we are right next to Meantime, which is so close to the studio, and now there's a new location where you can get Meantime coffee.
Yes, Carolina Junction has a new Meantime location, and our Landon Jobe checked it out. Landon?
I am here at the Innovate Carolina Junction right off of East Rosemary Street, where the Meantime Coffee Company will open its second location. As you can see behind me, they have already started to put some coffee items back here, getting ready for their grand opening. They have some tables and chairs in the lobby as well. Inside the Campus Y, Meantime Coffee has been running business for over 5 years. They are a student-run coffee shop that focuses on giving back to the community. Students and residents are constantly in and out of the shop grabbing a coffee or a bite to eat. They help fund local organizations and initiatives that create impact. Their second location is opening at the Innovate Carolina Junction this week. Founder Rose Howe tells me this is a big step for the company.
It's an expansion of our values. It's an expansion into the community here in Chapel Hill. And yeah, we are just super ecstatic for our grand opening.
The shop's grand opening is tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. There will be free pastries, special deals, and of course some coffee. Back to you.
Thank you, Landon. Now we are joined in studio by WH for What's Poppin'. Welcome back.
Of course, as always.
All right, what's poppin'?
Well, bit of a finale to start things off. The rapper Young Thug, real name Jeffrey Lamar Williams, was finally able to leave the courthouse last Thursday after this exhaustive legal process.
I knew it started earlier this year, or last year, but I had no idea it's been going on for this long.
Yeah, I believe at this point it's Georgia's longest running criminal court case.
Wow.
He took a blind plea deal so he could get out faster, see his kids, get back to making music, all that.
And what does it mean for his career?
Well, long story short, it means he's back in business, for turn of phrase. I mean, he's already linked with T.I. He's released a single with Lil Baby. This is a big deal for a rapper of his stature to finally be able to get back out there and back into making music.
Well, I'm glad it ended well. Is there anything else?
Well, yeah, there's a bit of an oddity on the next side of things. Snoop Dogg has joined Fortnite as the flagship of their latest season.
So what does that look like exactly?
Okay, so when you're in the game, apparently he's a roving boss that players can fight, but he's also a skin that players can purchase. It includes a Crip Walk emote, which has caught a little bit of controversy because people aren't sure that kids should know what that is without the greater context surrounding it. But, you know, overall, it's just a very big deal.
And I know this isn't the first time musicians have been on Fortnite. There's been Billie Eilish, Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars. Is there anyone else this season?
Absolutely. Ice Spice has made her way on there. Eminem is making his third appearance with his own point of interest. And it looks like the late Juice WRLD will also be joining as a free gift for all players who watch the season finale as a skin.
Wow.
So fun. I think we have time for one more thing. So what's one more topic for us?
Well, a bit of a quick one here, but it seems that Ryan Reynolds and Martha Stewart got into some playful jabs on Twitter.
I love Ryan Reynolds. I was a little nervous about this. What exactly did she say?
Well, it was clearly in good fun, but Martha Stewart tweeted on X saying, "You want to know something? He's not so funny in real life. He's very serious. He's a good actor. He can act funny, but he isn't funny."
Okay, Martha Stewart is so funny though. Have you seen like the trailer for her documentary? And did Reynolds just respond?
Well, of course, he's Ryan Reynolds. He hit back saying, "I disagree with her, but I tried that once. The woman is unexpectedly spry. She really closed the gap after a mile or so."
And do we know if they're friends for sure?
I'm pretty sure they're friends. I want to say they're at least neighbors. Like, they're definitely on friendly terms.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us. And now we're
course.
going to head to Mason for the weather.
Thanks, Sammy. I know I'm not your usual Megan with the weather today, but I'm going to do my best to give you your weekly forecast. It's been an unusually warm fall so far, and yesterday was no exception. RDU hit a high of 84 degrees, breaking the record. The last time we saw temperatures like that was back in 2022 when we hit 83 degrees. We do have some changes ahead for you though. If you're heading out this morning, make sure to grab an umbrella. You might catch some rain as you head to class. And expect mostly cloudy skies throughout the afternoon. The rain will return tonight as a cold front makes its way through the area. Looking ahead the rest of the week, Thursday and Friday will stay warm with highs in the upper 70s. Once that cold front moves through, temperatures will drop into the upper 60s, and lower 70s for your weekend. And as we kick off the work week on Monday, we're looking at more light rain with temperatures in the mid 70s to start the day.
Thank you so much, Mason. Now, if you are looking to get out this weekend before it gets too cold, we have some great events for you. First up, a Renaissance Festival. Have you ever dreamed of traveling back in time to a world of knights, dragons, and magical creatures? Well, look no further in the village of Fairhaven at the 31st Annual Renaissance Festival in Artisan Marketplace. Step into the wooded village of Fairhaven, where history comes alive with endless opportunities for fun and fantasy. The festival offers day-long entertainment for all ages, with jousting knights clashing on horseback, enchanting sea mermaids, and beautiful falconry demonstrations. For those looking for a thrill, there's a lineup of games and rides ready to test your bravery, from classic medieval games to thrilling carnival-style attractions. Hungry, the festival has you covered with a feast for royalty, featuring hearty turkey legs, fresh baked bread, and sweet treats to satisfy every taste. Plus, the Artisan Marketplace is a must-see with over 100 shops offering handcraft items like jewelry, pottery, leatherwork, and more. I cannot believe it, a Renaissance festival. So strange, but it's so fun. Located in Hendersonville, North Carolina, the festival is open every Saturday and Sunday of the month. This past weekend, tickets were sold out in advance and are already sold out for this Saturday, so make sure you secure yours before traveling to the village of Fairhaven. Now, this next event is also just as unusual as a Renaissance festival. It's officially November, which means it's time to start Christmas shopping, and there is an elf festival in Carborough for its 16th year. The event will feature arts, crafts, and handmade goods from 39 vendors, food and drink, including Mexarapa's Grill and Alaka Treats. There's also a performance from the Loose Lucy's and a weaving demo from the Triangle Weavers Guild. And we also have this Saturday, this Saturday from 5 p.m. is when you can go to that elf festival on Robertson Street in downtown Carborough. Now, our last event, Comic-Con, is taking over the Durham Convention Center. You definitely want to dress up for this one. Kevin Eastman will headline the convention. He will be joined by other creators, publishers, cosplayers. The Comic-Con will be paired with the ComicQuest Film Festival. The festival will be held at the historic Carolina Theater in downtown Durham, where there will be screenings of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mystery Men, and Streets of Fire. Finally, we also want to say that Veterans Day is coming up next week. UNC is honoring veterans by hosting its annual Veterans Week. The Carolina Veterans Resource Center, also known as CVRC, is hosting a week of activities for students to engage in around campus, culminating with UNC's Military Appreciation football game against Wake Forest. This year, there are numerous events students can participate in, including Taco Tuesday, free hearing screenings for students that are veterans or in active duty, a women's breakfast, and a coffee with a vet with a CVRC will pass out free coffee and donuts. Go to studentaffairs.unc.org to learn more and RSVP to these events. Some might even include some CLE credits for students. Now, if you've run out of things to watch, we have something new to add to your list, and part of it was filmed right here in this studio. UNC alum Debbie Vu is the writer, director, and producer of a new YouTube show, Date Center. It's like Sports Center, but for dating. Vu was in the studio with us to tell us more.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I can't believe it. This is like a dream come true.
And so tell us, you are a UNC alum. How did you get started, and how did you come up with Date Center?
Yeah, so I was a double major in journalism with a concentration of electronic journalism. So I originally wanted to be a news anchor. And then I did an internship, and it was so, it was not a good fit at all, but my dad was like, commit to it, keep going with the internship, and I did it. But then I got really into videography my last year at UNC. So I was able to learn how to produce from idea until a final edit and launching and distributing that way. So I owe so much to UNC, and I shouldn't brag, but I got a full ride, so I'm a big deal. But yeah, this is a training ground for me, so I'm super excited to be here and like just be a role model or just a helping hand. You know, that's all you can be, right?
Yeah, and we're really glad you came in.
Thank you.
And from here, you went to San Francisco, where you came up with Date Center.
Yep.
So walk me through that. How did you come up with the idea?
After I graduated, I got to go to Africa for a documentary project. So that was P&G's Children's Safe Drinking Water. I was the lead filmmaker, and then I was like, I'm not going back to North Carolina. I'm too big for this. Like, I need a big old city that can like handle all of my craziness. So I lived in San Francisco, worked on 2 feature films, and then in New York, another 2 feature films. So I took everything that I learned on set and applied it to my own sets. And so during that time, outside of North Carolina, I was really inspired. I had a lot of shenanigans, like just wild, like misadventures, you know, and I wanted to document that. And I would sometimes record me and my friends, like, and just totally rip off my own life story. So with Date Center, I just thought it'd be funny to put those 2 things together, dating and sports. And I admire sports broadcasting, I just can't write it. But, you know, I wrote it in 2013, met a fellow writer and sports fan, met him 2017. So it took 4 years to meet my co-writer, which is really cool. You know, like I try to tell people, if you have a script, you're in pre-production. Like you're making moves. The written word is where it all starts, right?
And tell me more about like collaboration. Obviously you had this idea early, but then it took some time for it to come into like fruition, and you got a collaborator. What do you think the importance of collaborators is?
Whew. Okay, here we go. You know, in movies where there's the main character that goes on a solo mission, or just one of the characters goes on a solo mission and like leaves their team behind. Yeah. Because the thing is, if we want to go fast, we do it alone. But if we want to go far, we do it as a team. But then sometimes you're the star of the show, and sometimes it's your say. You know, and honor that.
Yeah.
You are taking up space, and you deserve that space. Mm-hmm. So be conscious and be aware of each other, right?
Yeah.
So collaborating is like crucial. I don't want to do this anymore by myself. No way. I got the taste for collaboration, and it's just putting those puzzle pieces together is really interesting.
I mean, that's how this show also comes to be. So I think collaboration is super important when it comes to making anything, but especially as big a project as this.
Yeah, and I would say as a leader on set, and leader in general in any capacity, you have to delegate. That's crucial. Everybody has a role. Everybody's wearing a hat. But let me tell you, you can learn to wear many, many, unlimited hats. But if you don't want to look crazy, put the hat one at a time. Okay, people? Because we're multifaceted. I get that. Like, life is too short to just do one thing. Like, if I had that one thing, it'd be directing now. That's I want to do more of that. But writing is how I get to direct. So it all starts with the written word. Basically, is what I keep coming back to.
And I think that's what the journalism school keeps coming back to, too. Mm-hmm. What's your goal for the show?
I want to keep producing it. We have another script ready to shoot, and then we have 4 that my co-writer has to go through and ramp it up. So, yeah, there is a future in this, and once we get traction, that's all we can do.
And I am so excited to see it. I'm so excited to see it filmed and to see it go live, which it should be on YouTube next month. And where can people follow you?
So please follow me on my Instagram. I do so much work. I take so many pictures, so please look at them and maybe like a couple of them. So my Instagram is iron, like ironing board, WORX, like X-ray, Media, NC, like North Carolina. So again, it's Ironworks Media, NC. So please follow me. Let's collaborate. You know, like you're seeing me here, but you can be with me, okay? Like, just slide in my DMs. That's it. That's it.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for watching. We will be back with Sports Extra at 11:30 tomorrow, and playing us out is Carolina's oldest a cappella group, the Clefhangers. They have their annual fall concert at Memorial Hall at 7 p.m. on Saturday. You can find tickets on their website or Instagram or the Carolina Performing Arts site. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.